back on site. Let's catch you guys up to speed. Got the two machines greased and ready to go. I only got a day and a half. I've been bringing machines back here on the weekend and just poking around and doing things. I got this top landing all ready to go for loggers. I'm going to have this property logged. This is my property. For everybody new, I'm Mike, owner of Tri-County Excavating, known as Dirt Boss on YouTube. Everybody else, what's up, my people? So basically we started this a while back and cleared trees in here, and it's called Dirt Boss Farms in the playlist. You go check it out. But we got down to the creek. Everything's dried up and good. I put some just regular 4-inch drain tile in the bottom here where it was weeping up, and run it out to the creek line, and that will keep me. But I'll be 8 foot over the top of that stuff with fill, and we're going to put a big 8-foot culvert down in the creek. But yeah, this is steep. There's 50 foot of elevation difference from road to here, and from what I figured, the dirt where my van is and the machines are is 5 foot higher than the road. So we're going to cut down right off the bat, and every 100 foot drop 10 feet, and then we'll be up here down at the bottom 8 feet. So we're only really 40 feet we got to make up. And if we play it right, you know, there may be it may be a little steep and then like this and then come back down, or it may just be gradual. I'm not sure, but if we go gradual, it's only a 10% slope, which isn't really nothing. I've been stealing dirt out of here, and I burned a lot of brush down in this pit. I dug this huge, this is like item for processed gravel, this whole area. So it's really blessed that I could use all this stuff. So I dug a huge burn pit, used all the soil to go down here and dry that up, and then trucked in with the Busa all the stuff from my yard that I have left over from jobs. We'll be 8 or 10 feet in this belly and then taper out there. So this driveway is going to come off like this and then taper. It's going to be tricky, there's no doubt about it. I got a pile of stumps there, some firewood there. But again, I dug this huge pit, burned a lot of the brush in there, and then took the stuff from the yard, brought it over here. You know, just broken up concrete, clean fill and whatnot, as you see there way down at the bottom. And we'll push this in there. And the reason why I did that is this was all good product, and then put crappier product in. There's no sense in going over the top of good product if you're not going to use it. The road's going to be over here, so that's no man's land, and it don't make. But needless to say, this is going to be challenging. We're going to start going this way and filling as we come back, leave the road the way it is. No sense in pushing this and then having so much dirt here. So work our way back in, get a nice landing, maybe bring the loader over at that point, the Busa, we'll get back in, keep loading out and dropping off. Right now I'm going to get in the 160 and just get rid of this spoil piles and fill that hole, and then we'll start going at it. All right, on our track down right here to the left is probably 20 feet. You know, we're only going to raise that bottom 5 feet and then cut this down, so it's going to be and my property line is like right over here. You know, I only got 80 feet to get into this property. I explained all this in previous videos. Go on that playlist and check this out from the beginning. I got a lot of work, so these machines can't stay here long, so that's why I'm limited, and the weather's good right now, so doing what I can do when I can do it. This is basically my relaxation time. There's really no stress or time frame to get it done, but I would like to get at least across the creek so the loggers could get in before we get into the wet season again. You know, right now it's dry in there, they won't make a mess. So it's going to take this pile and fill this in, and I'll get on the dozer and push it into that pile. Was like 15 foot deep, so that's all soft material. I really don't want to go off with the dozer yet. So this is where I'm saying you got to just stir it all up, get that overburden, and we need the overburden to mix in with this soil for it to bind up, because this dirt is so, it doesn't have that much silt in it. It's really once you get down to it, you know, it's really bony, small bones, but very little. It's so clean, let's just put it that way. It's like washed material. It's insane. But we want to open this up and where we're going to be going through. Then we'll get on the dozer. Figure right about here is where we're going to come and start filling all that, so that by the time we get in that belly, we'll be 10 feet high of fill. Still bailing just a notch in here. This is the notch that separated the two slopes. Just getting that out. Building a little pile there for backing. And then taking the material to the left somehow and getting it over here. I'm gonna go down and just open up to the left here. Maybe I'll transfer this down. I don't know. Like I said, there's no blueprint to this. It's all in your head as you go. Trying to make the right steps to be efficient. That's all. Regardless, you know the dirt all has to go to the right. So just keep bailing it and move it as you go. Too steep right now to have an off-road truck in here anyways. Once I get a landing right where the bucket is now, I could get up on the pile and load out and then go in reverse and dump off the ledge. But this is the first process of moving the dirt, getting yourself established. And go on off. Use your bucket to slow you down. Wear your seatbelt if you gotta. Sometimes you gotta, you get thrown into the windshield when you're this steep. I'm just standing on the pedals right now. We just want to come down here and say hello to the bottom before we cover that up. Because like I said, this is, when I had the excavator here in the bottom, we're gonna be over the roof of the excavator. That's how high we are in material. So basically this bottom right, we're almost there. Right here will probably be 10, I don't know, man. It's gonna be up to that point right there, 8 to 10 feet. Then it's gonna have to taper out and then go down to 6 foot by the creek. Cause like, we're gonna have a 8-foot culvert squashed, which is 8 foot, and then they smush it like an egg, say, and it will be 6 foot high and 11 feet at the bottom after they're done smushing it. I just wanted to rip up this right here. That's all. Even though the road isn't gonna be in this area, just want to get all this that's not disturbed, make it disturbed so it binds. This will be like the slope off the back side of the left side of the driveway coming down. Oh, she's getting a good peel now, just giving it the old peel job. In the D51, just making my way back, not cutting in nothing here, just making it easier to drive the trucks in up on top. Not going to disturb this yet up here, like I said earlier, because of there's no reason to. You have a mile of dirt. There's a lot of dirt in this section of area that has to be cut down. So just doing this so it's easier. Tracking back and forth is quite bumpy. Especially in the boost is real bumpy, man. Gotta get my new tires. I got the new tires on the boost. They're here. I just haven't put them in yet, or put them on. Here we are, making our way off. Probably push this pile in first to the right, just so we do not and these trees to the right are gonna have to come down too, because obviously I'm undermining them. But I'm gonna push this in over here, so we're not causing any settling. And we're steep. We are steep. dozer is downhill, obviously. So I wasn't planning on pushing to the right here at first, but then when I was making my path down, I go, you know what, this is the way, the hot setup right here. Get this material down, because it has to come down anyways for me to taper to the right, but the driveway's actually going over to the left, but we'll figure that out. And we may even change the direction where it's coming in. Basically, we gotta hit where that excavator is. So that's pretty simple. Again, I only got 80 feet to come into this area, and then after the creek, it opens up super big. But we'll just get this to a cliff here, and then I'll come off with the dozer. Like I said, all the overburden's already stripped underneath it, so let's get as much material as I can get down there. And this D51 is a beast. I'll tell you, it's a beast. Back into the original slope that was there, the cut from the original bank. So now I'm going to set myself up over here and push straight in off that bank, do a couple passes there, and these piles here will definitely be my side pile, so I'm going to get that over to the side. That will back my big drop off. Just at the top doing a notch here, and then that will get me established. Like I said, I'm not going to go to the left anymore towards the road. I'm just knocking this 20-foot embankment off, make it a little bit safer. I mean, we're right on the edge here, and all that overburden is going to pack in. It's got to. There's nothing you can do about it. I took as much of it out as I could. Like I said, it will mix in with this existing soils. The bottom's real bony, you know. baby. I'm super excited the way this is coming out. Dirt is flowing and the slopes are going. They're, no, I knew on paper, doing the math, you know, at the 40 feet we would have in difference in elevation, that we can make it work. I just knew it. And I knew there would be enough material on site by taking calculations to get it, because I mean, obviously this would cost me 100 grand just to fill this to the creek. And we got a lot of material up where the road is, a van that has to come down, you know. Now I'll be able to do all that. I just got myself rocking. Here I was doing great until I got you guys in the cab. Yeah, once we get this established down here, then we could put a dump truck down here, you know, a Busa or whatever. And they just load it out. And then on the other side of the creek, it's all good material. We just gotta find it. So get this whoop-de-doo out of this, and I gotta take the excavator and back these sides with that overburden, keep it from spreading, and then that will save my material. Oh yeah, love it when it rolls off the blade, you know. right, got things trimmed out, shaped up a little bit, just going over in my head where I want this driveway. I kind of, you know, with all, you know, from the beginning, it's hard to tell when you had all those banks. I mean, you guys seen it from the videos. There was a lot of drop-offs and turns and whatnot. So basically I'm going back where I was originally, maybe up a little bit higher, because it's not as steep as I was thinking. Before I was going to come, them two trees are coming down. I was going to come along my property line this way and then just straight down, just fill this in a little more. But then I'm going to have a lot of watershed coming in here, and just some thinking, staying in between right here, halfway, go halfway on this slope. So it will be like a little slope here, driveway, then another slope to contend with. So if it was here, you know, so then you got a 6-foot drop, say, you know, driveway 20 feet wide, 18 feet wide, and then another 6 down to there. But yeah, everything's shaped off. Those two trees are going to go. Obviously we got clumps of dirt there. I took one tree down already there. You can see how much I pushed off. Look at my stake up there. I mean, there's 8 foot. So this was 8 foot high here. We pushed it down here. I mean, moved a lot of dirt today with that D51. Took the hoe and I hoed this all back, all the loose overburden, and put it in here, and then tracked it all up against this slope here. Same thing with there. So we'll have water going out and down to the creek there, all the overburden here. And like I said, once this gets rained on, we'll be able to track right on those sides. They'll pack in. So looking at it like this, and you know, let's just change topic real quick. So from this point to the creek, we still got to come up 6 foot. That dirt right there, with my calculations, will be the dirt up front. So once I take the dirt up front, I'll take that in the booster, but keep dumping it, dump it right to the culvert. It would work out perfect. And I figured all that, just what was here, I figured what was there, we would have enough to get to exactly where I am now. So not bad. I guess that's why they call me the dirt boss, huh? So I might just jump back in the dozer before I leave and just cut that notch out, then get this looking like a driveway anyways. I don't know. I'm just looking at it. I still need a lot more dirt to get that, because it's gonna, I'd have to cut in quite a bit. Let's just play around with it. All right, let's see what we got here. We're still gonna be down 4 feet, 4 or 5 feet, maybe even 6 feet at this point, so from the road. So I really can't dictate this part until I cut the road, but we're gonna cut this in the way I feel it's gonna shake place. So I want to give it a little nice curve feel to it anyways, and this is really working out good. Another pass. Got material coming off the blade right there. wanted a little bit of S in it from the beginning. But I wasn't sure, you know, when you're dealing with them slopes and that 80 feet. Oh yeah, oh yeah. She's looking good. Yeah. All right, let's see what we roughed in here now. We actually put a little bit of driveway in, I'd say, but I'm not sure if I like it where it is. I don't know. That sounded like elite where it is. So obviously down there is where it's got to be, but we're gonna make this wider. I got some wicked hoopty-doos in there. I tell you what, that dozer, that Komatsu is hard to get the whoopies out once it gets going. The way that undercarriage is designed, how it has a wishbone in it, I don't know. I feel like other dozers I have in the past have graded better, but that thing pushes like an animal. But I mean, I pushed some serious tonnage today. I mean, you can see how much I cut there, but I cut 8 foot there, and this whole hill came. So you can see how it's coming around. I kind of, where those 2 oaks are there, it's I got to be over. The more I go that way, the steeper it will be over here on the adjacent property. But then the property here, the further I go over here, the less steep it will be here. So that's why I tried to get in the middle, make it 25 foot wide or so, maybe even 30, and then you'll have enough for drainage or riprap to come down in here. It doesn't matter when you're using all this material that's on site. You can make it as pretty much as wide as you want, as long as you have the material in the room. You know, this slope here on the left, gonna have to be brush hogged with the skid steer attachment. But we made it down. I'm pretty happy how far the dirt made it so far. I think possibly I have enough dirt to get to that water, but I'm not sure. If not, I'll have to jump ship, go across the street, go across the creek, and find a borrow pit over there, or just get trucks enough to get it in and across. But there's probably at least 50 trucks there, and then you got to get all around the culvert. So I'd like to get it here, that's for sure. Could always dig more pits up there and then fill it with, because that's what I did here, and fill it with crap. If I had to, I could dig another big pit right there. Like this whole side hill I could dig out, you know what I mean, with the excavator. And there's no time on here. It's my project, so it's my land, and it's just a relaxation thing right now. So I have no deadline to get it done.